Meeting of the City Council of the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, to be held on Monday, November 2nd, 2020 at 7 p.m. in the City Council chambers at 301 South 5th Street will now come to order. Please rise for the invocation by Senior Pastor Frank Chlastak of First Christian Church, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
First of all, it's always my honor and privilege to come and to pray with the City Council for God's wisdom. Will you pray with me? Dear wise and loving God, first let me say thank you on behalf of all who are gathered here tonight. Thank you for your many and abundant blessings. Thank you for the day that has gone before us with many opportunities to see your blessings, even in these hard times. Thank you for life itself, for the measure of health we need to fulfill our callings, for nourishment, and for friendship. Thank you for the ability to be involved in useful work and for the honor of bearing appropriate responsibilities. Thank you as well for the freedom to embrace you or the freedom to reject you. Thank you for loving us even so from your boundless and gracious nature. In the scriptures you have said that citizens ought to obey the governing authorities, since you have established those very authorities to promote peace and order and justice. Tonight we ask your blessing on the people who have been called to lead the community in which we live and work and pray. Therefore, I pray for our mayor, for the various levels of city officials, and in particular for this assembled council. Tonight, remind them, because we all forget from time to time, especially in the noisiness of what passes for political debate, that they are not only leaders but also servants, and that it is their responsibility and ours to serve the common good of all. Tonight, remind them that no matter where we live, everyone is our neighbor, our sibling, and that throughout the ages, prophets have called the leaders of the people to respect and protect the least of those among us. Tonight, remind them that our children, the elderly, the poor, those who are hungry, those who have no homes, those who are ill in body, mind, or spirit, the stranger in our midst, those who live on the margins, those who live alone, those who are forgotten, need their support and leadership. Tonight, God, grant them and us the wisdom and courage to know and to do what is right and good and true. Tonight, may they and we speak out when it is time to speak out, and listen patiently and receptively when it is time to listen. May they and we always be guided by the spirit of community, by the spirit of justice, and by the spirit of love. Tonight, help them as leaders to not ask first, how do we fix this, but what do we need to learn? How might we need to change, and to whom do we need to listen? Tonight, as a pastor and citizen, I'm asking that you will graciously grant them wisdom to govern amid the issues of our times. Grant them a sense of welfare and true needs of our people. Grant them a keen thirst for justice and righteousness. Grant them confidence in what is good and fitting. Grant them personal peace in their lives and joy in their tasks. I pray for the agenda set before them tonight. Please give them assurance of what will please you and will benefit those who live and work in and around our beloved city of Poplar Bluff. It is in your most blessed name I pray tonight. Amen.
Amen. Please join me. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir, for that wonderful prayer.
You're welcome.
Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilwoman Parson?
Here.
Councilman DeGaris?
Here.
Councilwoman Horton?
Here.
Councilman Cornman?
Here.
Councilwoman Taylor?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Davis? Mayor Smith?
Here.
We do have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Item 5, disclosure of interest. Any member of the City Council may disclose any possible conflict of interest dealing with either any item on the printed agenda or with any matter discussed at a previous meeting.
Mr. Mayor, when we get to actually required items, I need to be excused on AA.
On AA? So noted. Thank you. Item 6 is citizens' input. Each person in the audience may take this opportunity to address the City Council on any matter which is not on the printed agenda. Hearing none, we'll move on to workshop items for discussion. Item A, the City Council will consider proposals from qualified real estate brokers to assist with the sale of city-owned property located along the south and west sides of Shelby Road. Mr. Winters.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We had sent out requests for proposals for real estate brokers for that property on Shelby Road. We had 2 proposals that were submitted, one by Travis Birdsong with United Country Real Estate and one from Nathan Meyer with Poplar Bluff Realty. Both extremely qualified firms. Myself, Deputy Police Chief Mike McLean, and Parks Department Director Lanny Corsamilia reviewed the 2 proposals and rated them and scored them based on the scoring criteria that was in the request for proposals. And based on those scorings by the 3 of us, we are recommending that the city select Nathan Maurer with Poplar Bluff Realty to market the property on Shelby Road. Once the firm selected has prepared a marketing plan, then we'll seek sealed bids on that property. So.
Make a motion to move this to the voting session tonight.
Second.
Any further discussion? Did you have a comment?
No comment, no.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item B, the City Council will consider an agreement with the Spyglass Group, LLC, that would provide telecommunications auditing services to the City of Poplar Bluff to find cost savings. Mr. Winters.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Spyglass Group is a telecommunications auditing firm that the city contracted with back in 2015 to try and reduce some of the telecommunications expenses of the city. Back in 2015, they reviewed all of our internet and phone bills and came back with some suggested savings of about $16,000. They've contacted us again and asked if we'd be interested in them repeating this service and us entering into a contract with them again. And there are no upfront fees. Any fees that we incur are based on any savings they might find, or they even have, in other instances, found credits due towards an organization. So there's no upfront fees for them to do this. They would review our bills, make recommendations, and then we would decide whether we wanted to take those recommendations or not. So anyway, I'm just asking if you'd allow me to enter into a contract with them for them to review our telecommunications bills and plans.
So what's the cost if they,
So if they, if they find savings, then it is, whatever that monthly savings is, it's 12 times that. So if they find something that's going to save us $1,000 a year, then our fee would be $1,000. And then we would continue those savings on into future years.
so it's a 12th of it? That's 1 month of it, of a year?
Yes.
Repeat that, please.
Hold on, I will. I'm gonna read it to make sure.
Sorry.
No, I completely, I will find it here and I will read it exactly as it is, so we will all be clear as mud. Okay, so if they find any cost recovery, so if they find a refund that's due to us, then their fee would be half of that, 50% of that. Any service eliminations or cost reducing savings that they find, then it would be 12 times that. So if they're going to save us, if they come up with savings that are $100 a month, then we would pay them $1,200.
But you just said 50%.
That's if they find us if they find a refund that we're due based on credits that we should have received, then they get 50% of that.
So if they found $1,000 credit?
If they found a $1,000 credit that we were owed by a firm, then they would get $500. If they find something that some cuts that we can make to our plans that would save us $100 a month, then their fee would be $1,200. And then we would continue that savings on into the future.
And
So
we used them before?
we did. We used them before. I think if it wasn't included, we did find the ordinance, and they sent me the kind of the breakdown that they did, the summary that they gave us when they did it before in 2015.
So are we really gaining a savings if we're paying, I mean, that,
So basically, if they found savings,
50%.
their fee would be a year of that savings, and then you would
okay.
start.
And then after that year,
That's when you would realize the savings.
okay.
So if it's $1,000 a month saving that they find, we would have to pay them
If it's
$12,000.
If it's $1,000 a month, then we would pay them $12,000. Yes.
And then-
If we chose to
Yeah.
take advantage of whatever that cost elimination was, yes.
Okay.
And do we pay them $12,000 up front? Or do we pay them the $1,000 a month that we'd be getting back?
It would be one lump sum fee when they're done and when we implement the changes.
So before, when they did it, did we take advantage of it and do that? Or not?
From what I can find, we took advantage of some of it. I think we ended up eliminating some phone lines and some things like that. I don't think we took full advantage of all of the things that they found.
So tonight, what we're doing is just giving you permission not
For-
to move
Move to
forward
what?
with the savings thing.
For
but
them to
just
review it.
To review it, okay.
Right. And it may come back and they may not find anything that we want to do.
So it doesn't cost anything to look
It
at?
doesn't cost anything for them to look at it.
I make a motion to move it to the November 16th voting
I
session.
second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item 8, action required items. AA, Bill Number 8269, the City Council will take action on an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances in Section 110.100 Procedures at Meetings. Oh, I'm sorry.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8269.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Counselor.
An ordinance amending the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri Code of City Ordinances, Section 110.100, relating to procedures at council meetings for the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8269.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Counselor.
An ordinance amending the City of Poplar Bluff Code of City Ordinances, Section 110.100, relating to procedures at council meetings for the City of Poplar Bluff.
Motion for adoption.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilwoman Parson,
Yes.
Councilman DeGaris.
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton, Councilman Cornman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Taylor,
Yes.
Mayor Smith.
Yes.
We have 6 yes votes. 5 yes votes, I'm sorry.
Five. Bill number 8269 is adopted. Item BB, Bill number 8270. The City Council will take action on an ordinance selecting an auditing service for the City of Poplar Bluff and municipal utilities.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8270.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor.
An ordinance selecting a professional firm for auditing services for the City of Poplar Bluff and the Poplar Bluff municipal utilities.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8270.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Counselor.
An ordinance selecting a professional firm for auditing services for the City of Poplar Bluff and the Poplar Bluff Utilities Department.
Motion for adoption.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilman DeGaris,
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton.
Yes.
Councilman Cornman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Taylor,
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson,
Yes.
Mayor Smith.
Yes.
We have 6 yes votes.
Bill number 8270 is adopted. Item CC, Bill number 8271. The City Council will take action on an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a cost-share agreement with the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission relative to Phase 1A of the Highway 67 I-57 project.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8271.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a cost-share agreement between the City of Poplar Bluff and the Missouri Department of Transportation relative to the Highway 67 I-57 Phase 1A project.
Motion for second reading.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Counselor.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a cost-share agreement between the City of Poplar Bluff and the Missouri Department of Transportation relative to the Highway 67 I-57 Phase 1A project.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8271.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Councilman Cornman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Taylor,
Yep.
Councilwoman Parson,
Yes.
Councilman DeGaris.
Yes.
Mayor Smith.
Yes.
We have 6 yes votes.
Thank you. Bill number 8272 is adopted. Item EE, Bill number 8273, the City Council will take action on an ordinance selecting a qualified real estate broker to assist with the sale of city-owned property located.
You skipped one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
8272, Mr. Mayor.
I'm sorry. Okay. Wait a minute, then. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Bill number 8272. The City Council will take action on an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a cost-share agreement with the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission relative to Phase 2 of the Highway 67 I-57 project.
Motion for the first reading of bill number 8272.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Counselor.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a cost-share agreement between the City of Poplar Bluff and the Missouri Department of Transportation relative to the Highway 67 I-57 Phase 2 project.
Motion for second reading.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Counselor.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a cost-share agreement between the City of Poplar Bluff and the Missouri Department of Transportation relative to the Highway 67 I-57 Phase 2 project.
Motion for adoption.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilman Cornman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Taylor,
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson,
Yes.
Councilman DeGaris.
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Mayor Smith.
Yes.
6 yes votes.
Bill number 8272 is adopted. Item EE, Bill number 8273. The City Council will take action on an ordinance selecting a qualified real estate broker to assist with the sale of city-owned property located along the south and west sides of Shelby Road.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8273.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Counselor.
An ordinance selecting a qualified real estate broker to assist with the sale of real estate on Shelby Road for the City of Poplar Bluff.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8273.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Counselor.
An ordinance selecting a qualified real estate broker to assist with the sale of real estate on Shelby Road for the City of Poplar Bluff.
Motion for adoption, bill number 8273.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilwoman Taylor,
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson,
Yes.
Councilman DeGaris.
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Councilman Cornman,
Yes.
Mayor Smith.
Yes.
We have 6 yes votes.
Bill number 8273 is adopted. Item FF, Bill number 8274. The City Council will take action on an ordinance with respect to the annexation of certain unincorporated area to the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Such property being located at 145 Midnight Lane, Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8274.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Counselor.
An ordinance annexing certain real property into the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, such property being described as 145 Midnight Lane, Poplar Bluff, Missouri, and owned by Rick and Mary Catherine Brittingham.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8274.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Counselor.
An ordinance annexing certain real property into the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, such property being described as 145 Midnight Lane, Poplar Bluff, Missouri, and owned by Rick and Mary Catherine Brittingham.
Motion for adoption.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilwoman Parson,
Yes.
Councilman DeGaris.
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Councilman Cornman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Taylor,
Yes.
Mayor Smith.
Yes.
6 yes votes.
Bill number 8274 is adopted. Item GG, resolution number 1938. The city council will take action on a resolution making an appointment to fill a vacancy on the Heating, Ventilation, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration Board.
Motion for the reading of resolution number 1938.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Counselor.
A resolution of the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, making an appointment to the Poplar Bluff City Heating, Ventilation, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration Board of the City of Poplar Bluff.
Motion for adoption.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilman DeGaris,
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Councilman Cornman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Taylor,
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson,
Yes.
Mayor Smith.
Yes.
6 yes votes.
Resolution number 1938 is adopted. Item HH, the City Council of the City of Poplar Bluff will meet in a closed meeting in which they will discuss such matters which are exempted under the Open Meetings Law in Section 610.21.1, .2, .3, .9, .11, .12, .13, and .14 Revised Statute of Missouri following the city manager's report.
Mayor, I failed to declare a possible conflict for the closed session item. So I won't be attending it.
Okay, so noted. So do we have a motion to go into closed session?
Make a motion, we go into closed session.
Second.
Okay. Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilwoman Parson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Councilman Cornman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Taylor,
Yes.
Mayor Smith.
Yes.
We have 5 yes votes and 1 abstain.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple things. First of all, I received a letter this week from the general manager of the Southwest Louisiana Electric Membership Corporation that serves about 115,000 customers in the southern part of Louisiana. Back during after Hurricane Delta struck the Gulf Coast, we sent 4 linemen from municipal utilities down to southern Louisiana to assist in storm recovery. They initially responded to the Alexandria Light and Power Company, and then after they got done there, they also then worked with this Southwest Louisiana Electric Membership Corporation. Anyway, the general manager has written a letter. He says approximately 105,000 members were without power during Hurricane Delta. Many of our facilities were badly damaged by trees during the event. Without the help of your extremely qualified workers, I do not know exactly what Slimco would have done. No doubt your help saved the day for our organization. Our entire employee base organization would wish to sincerely thank all who helped in the effort. Please be assured that if you ever need the help of Slimco, it will be there at your service. The effort put forth by your organization is greatly appreciated. Hopefully one day we can meet under less stressful times. Anyway, I'd just like to recognize that municipal utilities and their 4 linemen, they represented us well and did a good job down there as they responded to that storm damage. It's always nice to get letters like that recognizing the work that our employees have done, especially when they're away from home doing those duties under some extreme circumstances, such as responding to hurricane damage. Another item I'd like to mention is In past years, the street department has done quite a bit of residential leaf pickup. I just wanted to make everyone aware that the street department won't be providing that leaf pickup program this year. As an alternative for city residents, the city does operate the leaf disposal site located on County Road 604 just off F Street. The disposal site's open Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 3. And then also to help accommodate those residents that need to dispose of leaves, we're going to be open 4 Saturdays this fall, November 14th, November 21st, and then December 5th and 12th from 8 to 3 for citizens to bring their leaves to dispose of. The street department will be removing leaves from areas that the accumulation of leaves could lead to storm water drainage problems, such as from ditches and things like that. But from the curbside leaf disposal pickup, they won't be doing that this fall. The last thing I'd like to mention is, all American voters have a sacred right to make their voices heard at the ballot box and determine the future of our great nation. The act of voting is the very foundation of our democracy. I want to encourage everyone to exercise this right and vote tomorrow. I also want to recognize the hard work, effort, and dedication of the Butler County Clerk, Tanya Deffendahl, and her entire staff. They've worked tirelessly to prepare for this election, as they do with every election. But under the current situation with the pandemic, it's made this time even more challenging for Ms. Deffendahl and her staff. And I would ask that as you go vote tomorrow, that you're kind and courteous to the volunteer poll workers as they're giving of their time to serve. And it's going to be a nice day to get out and vote tomorrow. And that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn, and we'll take a 5-minute recess, and we'll reconvene.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye. Opposed?